Blackburn Social Club. God bless America. So, the other day, it hit me like a ton of bricks. I know I'm preaching to the choir a little bit. I know a bunch of you guys are on board completely with this idea of going minimal and increasing the quality, increasing the wear, increasing the enjoyment of one particular thing over the next. You know, the constant battle between being a fan of something and being a compulsive collector. And so the other day it dawns on me as I was reaching for a pair of boots, and I had just got done doing the day before. I just got done doing the video comparing, like, you know, the brogue or the medallion toe cap white semi dress to the to the Truman 56 Last, to the other boot, and I was comparing those, and then I kicked one out. We did one cut, and then I put the other two back in the closet. So the following morning, I'm going in there, and in my mind, I'm thinking, I'm going to start putting some wear on this 56 lasted Truman. I'm going to put some wear on it. I want to take it out. I need this dress, inspired last. And so as I'm reaching for it, and I'm telling myself why I'm choosing that boot, because I want more wear and tear on the Java wax flesh. It hits me. I've already got a boot I've already got a boot dead on in that space. The competition is right there, right next to it, in this CMP Sherman from White's. So now let me sidebar, and I'm going to go somewhere that I don't typically take you guys, because I think it helps make my point a little bit clearer. Because what I'm getting at is, today's video, I'm explaining a light bulb moment where not only did I cut probably one shoe, but I'm if you follow this logic, I'm about to cut two, if not more of this type of boot. So let me talk about something that may get me banned from YouTube. A lot of you guys know what this thing is. This thing is a it's a thing. It's a certain type of thing. It's a 9mm certain type of thing. It's a tool for a job, okay? If I were to go out and I wanted to find the best possible thing that was a 9mm that does a job, if I wanted to go find the best possible thing, I can't go buy one and then be done. Now it may work, it may be suitable. You go buy one Glock, you go buy one Sig, you go buy one Smith & Wesson, you go buy one H&K. That may be all you ever need, but you won't be well versed. You won't know which one fits your hand better. You won't know which one you shoot better, which one has a more natural point of aim. You won't know any of that if you only go out and do one thing. But if you go out and you buy one of these, and then you buy one from a different maker, and then one from a different maker, and one from a different maker, and before you know it, you got a room full, you got a freedom parlor full of all these tools that do the same thing. They shoot the same 9mm ammo. Then you experience them, and you come away with the one that works for you. You come away with the one that's your most natural fit, your most natural feel, the best thing that you could have hoped for. You come away with that one. Now you get to a place where you back up and you say, okay, do I need one of each maker? Do I need, because it's okay to have them. It's okay. I'm just saying that slowly but surely you'll find the one that works the best for you. And then it becomes silly to have all those others because you're not going to grab them in the moment. In the heat of the moment, you're going to grab what you like the most, what fits the most, what you've trained with the most, and that'll be your thing. Now, I do realize that sometimes you need a different thing. Sometimes you want something that may be more subcompact, more friendly for certain things. That's where you can get into buying, multiple varieties, or possibly, you like this brand for this or whatever. So I say all that because half the time I wonder if all this boot speak is causing people to miss the greater message, which is there is a need to experience more than one of anything so that you can be well-rounded. But once you're well-rounded and once you've experienced those things, nobody can argue your truth. #left. That's my truth. My truth is once I've experienced one of these fits that just works for me, it works for my foot shape, it works for my needs in terms of arch support, it works for my personal style, my choice, my preference. Once you've experienced that, nobody can argue your truth. That's yours. But is it silly to keep so many additional things that are in the same space? Now, going back to these boots, the Truman 56 Last. I've actually done a video on this where I held these boots up and I said, my gosh, they look very similar. Cinnamon wax flesh whites and a Java waxed flesh Truman. They both have that almond toe. They both have, they're both really well built, really robust, but the edge just goes to whites. Whites was built to be a boot. Truman is a boot. It's probably, if I were to look at some, I don't know. I wished I could knock certain things about the Truman, but I'm a fan. I really am a fan. The only reason why the light went off is because I went looking for a dress boot, something that would wear with the outfit I was wearing. There's my cat. Had to make an appearance. Let me help it along. Come on, go. You can't be in the video. I know. So, like I was saying, when I wanted a dress boot and I wanted waxed flesh, because I in my mind I thought, let me go ahead and start committing to getting these things marred up and marked up and start getting that patina to come on. Then it dawned on me, I've already got that. I've already got that boot. I've already got this is the cinnamon waxed flesh, and it needs wear and tear too. But then one thing hit me, and that is I also like the last in this more. This is the 50/50 last, so there's more arch support. It's, it just works better. This particular boot, this particular last, me choosing it over the Truman is nothing more than me choosing my truth. Now, again, I always say this, your results may vary. You may get in this boot and you may say, I don't need the rest of this. Now, from a cost perspective, they're about $280, $300 difference between the two. Do I notice that much difference in the way they're made? The only thing I can say about that is that, like I said, I'm not going to knock a Truman boot. They're a good boot. Now, Trumans as of late have had quality control issues. I don't know with their work boots and stuff like that. I don't know that they're on the same par as a White's boot. But again, I'm not going to sit here and knock a Truman boot in that respect because both of them look gorgeous. But I've already got it, and it checks more of the boxes. It's a more comfortable wear to me. I can be in this boot with this arch support, and I truly feel like I really do feel like I'm getting my money's worth out of this. A few of the remaining factors or differences This very much is, this is their Eugene sole. So this very much is a dress-soled boot. This, points go to in this case, whites for having more of a commando sole. So this is a split sole commando option. Now you remember when I compared in the other video, when I compared, it was the Alden jumper boots. When I compared those, Alden actually made more of a shoe with an even more, this is not a very big, thick, heavy lug commando sole, but it's probably twice the commando sole that Alden had. So, and 100% more boot than the Alden shoe was. So what was crazy is I did that video thinking that I would be keeping this Truman 56 Last. And just like my mind works, I go in there and the reality hits me that why am I going to carry around or keep around a boot that 9 times out of 10 I wouldn't pick up if this were my option? And that's not to say, and again, I hate all the times that I have to qualify some of my statements, but I'm saying if you could only afford one boot and this is at the top of your price range, you'd be happy and you'd be good to get it. But if I'm sitting on top of 2 boots, this is the one I'm picking every time. So that being said, this boot is gone. The only thing that I might consider, and I was already thinking this, in efforts to get more boots of this last, of that arch support, more boots like that, would I prefer the darker brown or would I prefer a different leather? Maybe. But I'm not going to keep a boot that doesn't fit and feel like this one over color alone. So this boot gets cut. Now, and let me tell you how quick that thread gets pulled and how you end up making a decision when you're thinking about one boot and then you get 10 minutes later down the road and you go, well, you guys know I've got that same boot. I've got the natural chrome excel in the 50/50 Last. This boot, I've got it coming, and it's a tan boot. And when it gets here, it'll have this sole, it'll have this arch support, it'll have natural chrome excel, which is by far and away one of my favorite leathers, and it'll be this dressed almond shape. It'll actually have the medallion, or the I think they call it a medallion toe cap. It'll have the ornate structure there. So long story short, when that gets here, I can think of another boot that it's going to automatically knock, because I've got this same boot, the Truman 56 Lasted in Sesame Double Shot, which I've been keeping as a dress boot that matches those kinds of colors. So in one move, I already found myself saying, with just what I've got, I don't need those. So hopefully this particular video wasn't too manic. Hopefully it wasn't too wild, and I helped you come along with why I'm doing more of what I'm doing. Again, you can, once you find what works for you, it's completely understandable to have a backup. It's completely understandable to have multiple options if you wanted a different color. But what I'm getting at is, once you have dialed in to the point that you like the fit, the feel, the construction, the quality, when you like everything about something, and the other one just doesn't check the box anymore for you, then having multiple brands from multiple makers of the same boot in the same space just doesn't make sense. Now, again, you want to be a collector, go be a collector. But I think, and I was, by the way, I mean, that's what I was doing. I just got high on the idea of buying more because I could. I got high on the idea of wanting to try as much as I could get my hands on. But then that voice comes, to me later, and it says, enough. Enough. I mean, you got enough. And so that's where I'm at. I'm just slowly taking and making better choices about what I'm getting, so I can truly have fewer, better things. And I think that's, maybe it's my cross to bear, but that's what I'm going to do. So you guys be blessed. Tell me if this makes sense. Jump in the comments. Like I said, we're going to keep doing this because, one, it does feel, when I go in there now, it does feel kind of good. It does. It's kind of, I can only assume it's like working out, or it's like, it's like how you feel after you've gone to the gym. It does feel like you're doing this exercise, but it does feel good on the other side of it. So you guys let me know if you think I screwed up, but this White's MP Sherman just took pretty much took all my Truman 56 Last out of the equation. They will be on Depop. There are Black Barn Social Club T-shirts to go buy. So you guys buy yourself a T-shirt, help support my madness, and y'all be blessed. Talk soon.